You guys, the kid is the kid is the kid. Okay, look, guys, this is see old school guys will know this is from the old location. This is from the previous location. This is basically if you're old school, you know what this location is old school. So let's just run through some of this transfer news. Um, Osimhen, you have to choose. So where we're at right now is the Saudi bag or Joga Bonito. Bridge Bonito, sponsored by Stamford, aka Hammersmith, or the Saudi bag. He's leaving Napoli. That is a whole different discussion to be had in terms of he led you to a Scudetto. We know that kickstones that you pulled, and we know that stones that you pulled in terms of not respecting a Nigerian and now saying Kvaratskhelia was now the player of the season over him. But that's one side. It's weird how he's been discarded for Lukaku. Conte, you better cook with you better if we don't see Luke Skywalker, but we get Tim's after discarding Vic, it's going to be on you. I would love Osimhen at Chelsea. Of course I would. And Uncle Obi Mikel has obviously been working very hard in trying to get him to Chelsea. But I've got to be realistic. They are offering him that salary. They're offering him that release clause. Chelsea cannot match what they're offering him. I know that for a fact. If Osimhen, you're earning that much money, because remember, it's got this whole thing of generational wealth. If you're being offered a generational wealth, knowing, and I know full well where Osimhen came from, I can't hate on that. So, of course, I'll be disappointed if Chelsea gets Osimhen, an actual striker, not that bomb Nico Jackson, we are cooking. Bro, we win the league with Osimhen. I promise you, he outscores Haaland. Fact. If the Owl and Kopi are supplying Osimhen, we are winning the league. Osimhen is top scorer with at least 27, 28 goals. That's a fact. He's outscoring Haaland. But the reality is, I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to. I'm not sure whether he's actually going to go. So that's just the sad reality of the whole thing. I feel he joins Saudi. I feel. You know, I'm going to steal a line that someone said. So I don't want to take credits for this, but it's what's a line that someone has said. The idea of Sancho is a lot better than the actual player. The idea of Sancho is amazing. Close control, dribbler, great football IQ, walks in tight spaces, plays like a five-a-side cage footballer, all those things. But that is not what you get reality on a consistent basis. You just don't. So, do I want Sancho in this team? I like him. He's a nice addition. Do Chelsea need Sancho? No. Should Chelsea break their back for Sancho? No. I feel Sancho's best situation was Dortmund. That scenario, that environment, just that cocoon, he should have never left Dortmund. And I feel what you realize now is, it may sound harsh, but I've got to be truthful. Dortmund is his level. Dortmund is Sancho's level. And that is just where he has to be. I feel the whole thing of him being a major player for a major team, like a United, like a Barca, like a Chelsea. Sancho he's a really good mid-tier player. He can be the star of a mid-team. Sounds harsh, but it's real. We're just here to be real. He can be a really top player for a mid-team. And that is just the simple reality of the matter, that he can be a top player for a mid-team. So, for me, would I take Sancho? No. Let's talk this whole thing about DNA. So, I didn't even click on the video. I just saw the headline on Real's channel. Scott McTominay, aka McSauce, aka McTominay, has Man United DNA. What does that mean? Surely, In the house that Fergie built, United DNA means that you pass the eye test. Scott McSauce scores a 30 on the eye test. Possibly more. We need to retake the exam. But his last test score on the eye test was 32%. That's his last test. It might be less now. Is it useful? Yes. Can it be an asset? Yes. Should United be keeping it because of United DNA? Heck no. If United want to be what they used to be, one of the most feared teams in England, one of the biggest teams in the world, a team that's won a treble, you can do better than Scott McTominay. Conte might need to go to prison. Conte, what are you doing? Is one thing I want my players. It's another thing fighting for Lukaku and Scott McTominay in the year of our Lord 2024. The fact that he has earmarked those two players to be his guys moving forth to dethrone Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan with the likes of Çalhanoğlu, De Vrij, Lautaro Martinez, Barella, and so forth, you're mad. You're mad. So, fine, those are his players, but again, I mean no offense here. I don't understand in what world Scott McTominay is in demand, specifically for a manager like Conte. But fair enough, give the manager what he wants and let him cook. So, shout out to you. You know what? Let them not hate. Shout out to McTominay. Go where you are. Go where you are celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Simple. Look, it's actually what I said about Scott. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. If a new manager, keyword new manager, doesn't want you, are you going to put a gun to his head? Are you going to force him to want you? Maresca has come and says that you are not his kind of player. He doesn't want you. So for Sterling, he could either put his foot down because he's under contract. He doesn't have to leave. He's well within his rights to stay, get paid, and just live his life. Go on a holiday, chill out, and everything. So my thing is what Sterling wants. So I've already had my say on this. Chelsea can do better than Sterling. I feel it's unfortunate how he's been treated, but it's the reality. Sterling has not been the same since he missed from 2 yards out. He's no longer a world-class player. He's no longer an elite player. If Chelsea want to be where they want to be, they should sell Sterling. They can do better than Sterling. Sterling should not be a starter of a team that's trying to win trophies. That's a fact. If you want to be a mid-tier team, fine. If you're a team that's trying to win trophies, Sterling cannot be your starter. So, I'm behind it. And Maresca's done nothing wrong. He's assessing all the players and he's saying, I want these guys, I don't want these guys. These guys fit what I want to do. These guys don't fit what I want to do. That's football. That is the harsh reality of football. That's why I use the keyword is new. A new manager comes in. I'm not the old manager. I have a different way of viewing the game and the way I value players are different from the previous dude. Simple. Poch valued Sterling. Maresca doesn't. Sterling will improve many teams. Can you move to a big team? No. Tottenham, West Ham, Brentford. Basically those teams I named. He'll improve them. He'll be one of their best players. Put him at Brentford, he'll be one of their best players. Put him at West Ham, he'll be one of their best players. So I think put Sterling at Tottenham. Sterling at Tottenham will be one of their best players, and Sterling would actually be pretty damn good for Ange. For an Arsenal, for a Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, I think he's no longer an elite player. I'm sorry, that's just fact. In 2024, he's no longer can be an elite player for a top club. Speaking of Liverpool, I'll reiterate what I said before. This is a good signing if he can stay fit. Chiesa is not the same as it was before his knee exploded. But even despite that, he's still a very good player. He may not be what he was before the injury. He's still a very good player. And he still offers another attacking option and dimension to Liverpool and for Slot. So, for Liverpool, it's a good signing. The only question, can he stay fit? If he can stay fit, it's a very good signing. It would have been a marquee signing before his knee injury, but after his knee injury, still a great signing. It's still an amazing signing. So I'm with it. So look, I'm with it. And I think, for Chiesa, new team, new country, new environment, I'm actually even applauding that he's leaving Italy, leaving the country, going to a different country, a whole different culture to test himself. But yeah, I'm with it. 100% with it. Can he stay fit? If he can stay fit with Salah, Jota, all these guys, I think it's a very good signing. Very impressed with Liverpool doing this. Now, I got attacked by Juve fans because Juve fans said that bro, what have we done? That we don't need Chiesa and we've actually had a very good window. So let's look at what Juve have actually done. So, hold up. So you have Koopmeiners from Atalanta, very good signing. And also, bro, the way that he left Atalanta, your boy, I've even forgot the name of the manager, he wasn't very happy. But very, very good signing. So, I didn't know they got Douglas Luiz. Really good. So, Koopmeiners, Douglas Luiz, Kefran Turam, that Cabal, Nico Gonzalez, what's that? Conceição, and then obviously have Kalulu. That's a good window. That is a really good window. Conceição is because that's a loan. Conceição, that's a really good loan. Douglas Luiz, Koopmeiners, Thuram, Kalulu, who was actually really good for Milan. Bro, guys, that's impressive. That's impressive. So look, man, so yes, I still feel it's a loss. I'm not going to back away from my words. I still think it's a loss for Juve, yes. But it's not that being a loss because I still feel Chiesa is a great player. When you look at these signings and them under Mozza, they won't miss him too much. Guys, that's a really good window. That is a really good window. I mean, bro, because the name I'm looking at there is Conceição. And I liked Kalulu for what they did for Milan, but the name I'm looking at there, that's Conceição. That's a really good signing. Because I think that guy is going to be a very big player because he was really good at the Euros. And I think that guy's going to be a very big player. So look, man, you even looking good. That's a really good window. Because if you think about it, probably next to PSG, this might be, in terms of price paid, because some loan fees, good price, the highest fee there is 54 million. This might be one of the best transfer windows of any team. This is actually, I'll be real. This is a very good transfer window. Very good transfer window, man. What was it? So Tammy Abraham to Milan. Here's the thing. Milan getting Morata. Inter shouldn't even bat an eyelid. They shouldn't even bat an eyelid. So you've got him, who cares? But here's the thing. Milan getting Tammy Abraham, it's a good signing. Is it enough to be like, no? In 2024, Tammy Abraham is a better striker than Morata. He's money once. I trust Tammy Abraham to be a better finisher than Morata. But Tammy Abraham will not strike fear into Juventus. It will not strike fear into Inter Milan. It simply won't, So it simply won't. Because like Inter, you've got Lautaro Martinez, you've got Marcus Thuram. Juventus, you still have Vlahovic, but as we saw, you've now brought in a Conceição on the wing as well to add to that attack. Napoli, well, we'll have to just see what your boy Luke Skywalker does. So, Tammy Abraham, look, I mean, it's a good signing. As a guy who grew up with Weah, grew up with Shevchenko, I'm like, guys, those are the kind of strikers Milan used to have. Guys, Milan used to have the likes of. I grew up with one of the first jerseys I got was the George Weah AC Milan jersey. He was one of my heroes back in the 90s. So, Weah, Shevchenko, from that to Morata and Tammy Abraham, we have to do a vid on the fall of AC Milan. We have to do a vid because how Milan have just fallen in terms of standards is sad. It's one of the saddest football stories. But this is a team that used to have Maldini, Baresi, Pirlo, Kaka, Seedorf, Van Basten. From that to Tammy Abraham and freaking Alvaro Morata.